Hello to anyone out there. Can you folks hear me? Give me a hip hip hoorah for Tales of Vesperia if I'm coming at you live on this Saturday night, March the 3rd, 2018. Seeing some people in the chat. Okay, alright. Reggie Bring It throws the hip hip hoorah. That means we're allowed to start. Now, full disclosure, I've beaten this game multiple times. Not specifically the Japanese version. I've beaten the Xbox 360 version a few times. More often than not, multiplayer with my brother. I started the PS3 version a few months ago, and as you can see, put almost 40 hours into it. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I don't think I was even halfway done. But I was trying to do every side quest when I do that, and it's been a couple months now, and I have forgotten where I was in most of those side quests. So, even though I spent 40 hours on that file, I think we're going to start a new one. Is that cool with all you guys? You want to see some cool, exclusive Japanese content? And, you know, from beginning to end, this friggin' 200-hour RPG. All right, cool. Not seeing much fighting from the chat. And Real Greg even says, "I love some Tales of Games," as do I. Also, let me know if there's any delay. The Elgato does throw a weird delay on stuff. I think I adjusted for it. But just to give you an idea of when I am speaking versus when I am doing something, I am starting at the very top, and I'm going down, 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 up, up, down, down. If that seemed wildly out of sync, let me know. I think this is all correct. Yes, yes. Cool. All right, everyone's saying it synced up pretty good. Awesome. That means my experimenting before worked. I'm so used to hearing all this stuff in English. Barriers protect the cities in which we live, and we are completely dependent upon them for our survival. So basically there are these things called Blastia. They take the magic out of the air, and humans can use the previously unusable air is what their magic is called, A-E-R. They have that like instead of mana or like, you know, other things. And they use these Blastia to put up barriers around their cities so monsters can't get in. See, we've all become reliant on the Blastia for our daily lives, otherwise monsters would be roaming the cities, and how terrible would that be? Thievery. Also, it is kind of a shame, because this game does actually, in my opinion, have a fantastic dub. But obviously I'm playing the Japanese version for its extra content, so that will not be present. Uh-oh. See, look what happens when someone takes a Blastia out of a simple fountain. Serene Gavier, you'd think the Blastia would be better guarded. Oh, they'll explain why this one isn't very guarded. Don't you worry. Hello, Totterson. It is a grant today. There's our boy, Yuri. Best JRPG protagonist I think I've ever seen. Yuri, this is not good. Whatever he just said there in Japanese sounded like fuck you. Was very upset that the fountain had been broken. Knights never come to the lower quarter, and that's why the Blastia wasn't being protected. That Blastia runs the fountain for the lower quarter, i.e. the poor people. No guards around there. No one gives a shit if the impoverished have problems. Flynn's our local knight who's supposed to be helping us, but he's busy or something, so let's just talk to Yuri. Wow, I really thought Ted was a dubism, but apparently Ted is just his name. Welcome, Sparanda. Glad to have you here on your first time joining a stream. Zako Duo looked away for a sec. Is that dog smoking a pipe? Yes, he is. So is Yuri just some random guy? They'll go into this more later, but I don't think it's really a spoiler for me to just tell you. Yuri is an ex-knight. He was discharged from service, so he knows how to fight. But he was fed up with how the local government did things, so he's like, I'm just gonna kind of do things my own way. Yuri and his faithful dog Rapide, who's got a badass scar and smokes a pipe. Lachlan Wright, is my stream the only one chugging real bad? No one else has been complaining about it, so I'm assuming yes. Alright, most important thing, since we're playing the Japanese version, that got us some hella DLC. So we're gonna get all of Yuri's stuff here. Now, I love Yuri's default outfit. I actually think it's pretty great. Just look at this guy. He's pretty cool, right? We can all agree to that. But what if we made him look like a dude from Tales of the Abyss? Or what if we made him look even more like a guy from Tales of the Abyss? We also have, there was the Tales of Vesperia or wait, no, this isn't from the movie. This is just, this is what the knight outfit looks like in this universe. He could also be a high schooler, the dependable senior in high school. Adamant Box, I now say spit on him when I use Nappa's level 3. Good man. 2,000 Years of Suffering. I could be the main antagonist of Tales of Hearts, I believe is what this costume's a reference to. Hoodlum of the Invincible Sword. Just looks like a crazy barbarian man. I don't know if that's really in reference to something. The Golden Blade, which is just some sick-looking armor. And, the casual knight outfit. This is what he wore through most of the Tales of Vesperia movie. I think I'm probably gonna have him run with... I actually kind of like this outfit now that I look at it. So we're gonna have him stick with this for a little bit. I do remember the sound mixing in the scene being kind of bad. I'm curious as to how bad it is now that I've got headphones on. Namekian Nail, was the movie decent? It was okay. I wouldn't say it was great. And honestly, if you don't know the Tales of Vesperia story or characters, I don't think it would appeal very much. I hope you're not afraid of a little water. Reggie, bring it. Are they scooping water and throwing it back at the fountain? Apparently, I'm sure they are supposed to be doing something that would appear actually useful, but, you know, in this day, an age of game consoles, they were not capable of making it a more complex scene. Namekian Nail. So watch it after the playthrough. That would probably be my suggestion. Probably like once all the main characters for the game are introduced and kind of how the world works, it's fine. It does kind of contradict some stuff in the game. Characters seem to meet or know each other or learn things that they act like they don't know about in the game. So it kind of makes a difference. But it's an okay movie. It looks pretty, and the soundtrack is done by the same guy who did the soundtrack to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, so good music. What happened to the Blastia? An aristocrat came to do some repairs. He was the last one who touched it, right? A Mr. Mordio who lives in the royal quarter. Sorry, Tom Hanks. I just remembered an errand I gotta run. Just don't do anything crazy. Lashlan Wright, how does Tales of Berseria rank against this? To be fair, and frank, this is my favorite Tales game of them all. This is, in my opinion, the best one. There are some things that Berseria does better, but I think overall this is the strongest title in the entire franchise. A little bit of frame rate there. Don't remember that so much, but I guess it happens. All right, I'm going to be looking at a walkthrough so I can get all of these side quests, so don't mind me. I thought this FAQ was good for side quests, but apparently this is just a general guide, and that's not quite what I want. Do we have... Achievement guide. These are all for 360. I need stuff for the PS3. That's why I picked the PS3 one. Game facts. Well, maybe I'll just have to keep a look at this page and just read it and hope it works out. I do know I want to buy myself a buttload of these because they are going to be helpful in the future. Sparanda, I imagine the side quest would be the same in both versions. There are more in the PS3 version. Alright. After watching the opening cutscene, go south from where you start your first save. Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a little bit of stuff I guess I missed. Excuse me, don't mind me. This will seem like very simple stuff, but I don't know what parts of it are important and what parts aren't. I do know that there's a trophy for using every save spot, so we're gonna go ahead and start that off here. Sparanda, I know nothing about the Tales games. Having more quests in a different console's version seems weird. This was a version that was exclusively released in Japan after the 360 version. It's basically a kind of like a Game of the Year edition. It has a bunch more stuff just in general. Hey, look at that. Free stuff. Alright. Back, continue down the path. You'll be stopped by a scene. After the scene ends, head up the ramp, go left. You will see a shop. If this is your first time through, suggest going for magic lenses. You'll need those during battles. Blah, blah, blah. It's needed for a side quest much later. Be stopped by another scene and receive the Wonder Log. Totterson, are you trying for a 100% run, or are you going to try and make this for all the extra content in this version? I'm not going to call it a 100% run. Like, I'm not going to grind for, like, specific items to get, like, every weapon or whatever. But I am going to try and get at least every costume. Yes, there is a trophy for magic lensing everything. And it's also part of a side quest to magic lens everything. Let's let the fact that I'm in the wall be our little secret. Kaiser, are you going to try to stream more to get stream more often to get affiliated? Kaiser just got it recently. Yes, that is part of my goal. And hey, you know what? Starting up like a 300-hour game that I really like seems like a good reason to be able to stream frequently and for long amounts of time. Shop, get the Wonder Log, continue forward for a scene.
Oi, 聞いたか? 下町のブラスティアの件。
はい、故障したのを直そうと修理費を集めたとかで。
ああ、連中宝物まで売って金を工面したらしいぞ。
宝物ですか?
どうせガラクタだよ、ガラクタ。1ガルドにもなりゃしない。
Shown up or 4, yeah, I exaggerate with 300 hours. Probably closer to like somewhere around 150 to 200. And that's if I actually do this all the way through. And stream every bit of me like grinding. So Hags gave up his life savings, which was just junk to these guys. to get that Blastia.
誰だ
These are some shitty nights if a little rock into their helmet is enough to take them out.
ガラクタの価値もわからねえなら、お前らはガラクタ以下だよ。ラピード、追えるか。ここもコアやられてやがる。
That or Yuri just has a hell of an arm, says Leviting. Yeah, that's also true. Rapide, best doggo. Yes. Maryland Jutsu. Rapide is one of the best dogs in all of fiction, in my opinion. Which, speaking back on the Vesperia movie, while I don't think it's a great movie, the background it gives on Rapide is fantastic. Like, I think Rapide is kind of the best part of it. You learn where he gets his pipe. I'm also going to be watching a bunch of these skits, so if you hate shit like this, sorry.
すぐそこの下町で起こった事件なんか関係ねえと思ってんだろうな。自分に害がないと興味も示さない。家でかくしたり身なり良くしたりする前に、もっと貴族らしい器のでかさを見せてほしいもんだぜ。
These rich people doing nothing. Also, horses look really fucked up in this universe. This is basically what they use as horses. They're horrifying. Like, I'm sure it's wearing like a helmet, but still, like, just that body shape, just something about it's just really off-putting. It's like more deer-like to me than anything. All right, people saying they love skits. Good, 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 good. Be seeing plenty of them.
なんか人の気配がしねえな。他に入り口はねえのかな。
I saw someone ask how do I have English subs with Japanese voices and content? Check out RPG Waiters should you hack your PS3, and you too can find your way to having things like this.
お、開いてる。こっから入れんな。この家のどこかにモルディオが潜んでやがるはずなんだが。
Ah, I bought too many magic lenses. They were going to give me a free one anyway. All right, this is that Mr. Mordio's place. And he is our current top suspect. A glowing blue gem! Just like we're looking for! That's the Blastia, alright. A smoke screen.
Yosh, よくやった、ラピード。なんだよ、コアがねえぞ。
Oh no. The Aqua Blastia we're looking for isn't here. We gotta go get him. I'll give that mage a whooping while we're at it. Oh, great. I forgot about these guys. Adakor and Bokos. Kind of view these guys as this game's, I'm not going to say like Team Rocket as in the group, but like Jesse and James from the Pokemon anime, in that they are stupid and basically there to teach you new mechanics and constantly be embarrassed by you. Just what is a Tweedle anyway? Yeah, Unknown Blank, the Balkan Skull of Tails.
逃げてるように見えるか？はあ、だから出世を見逃すのか。
なんという暴言か。取り消すのである。
Little one reminds me of Gene from Bob's Burgers. Yeah, I guess I can see it, Tatterson.
この方が手っ取り早くていいか。
Alright, let's learn how combat works.
アデコールは下がってるのだ。騎士団の名誉にかけ、ここは私が。いや、騎士団の名誉は私が守るである。下っ端は下がっているのである。下っ端はお前だろうが。いや、私が上司である。
Show us this rich combat, Grant. Well, Slash, I'm not gonna lie to you. The combat at the beginning, not that great. Kind of a problem with Tails is I feel like they love to start slow and really slowly work their way up to, you know, what you're gonna be doing. And all this. But yeah, by the end of this game, your combat gets insane, and that's why I like these. So, based on how I'm sure this is gonna go, the first couple streams of this, the combat's not gonna look that stunning.
話し合いの途中に攻撃なんて。
俺殴る前に一言いいかって聞いたよな。
Or were you not listening?
おいおい。
貴様、逃げるな。い
や、逃げてるように見えるか？
うるさい。
Time for a little defense. Here's how you block, player. Yeah, I know how to block.
防がれた。瞬人剣である。
よっと、なんだよ。
私の技を勝手に防ぐな。である。
How dare you block my attack? Well, if you can use arts, which is basically Tails' version of skills or spells, so can I. So basically how the flow of the combat in this game is going to go, I attack with my regular attacks with circle, and then X I can end it with a finisher skill. When I'm pressing circle, I can change the direction on the left stick to hit them like up, or I can hit them down. I don't think forward has one. Oh wait, maybe it does. Yeah, so here's neutral forward, or neutral circle. It's 1, 2, 3, and then if I hold forward, instead it's 1, 2, 3, like that. And I get that little spin effect on them. And I can end these combos with X. Eventually I will get what are called like ascended skill arts or something, or like advanced arts, and so I can lead basic art into an advanced art, and then you can get all kinds of skills to link stuff together and get the combos going crazy. Alright, this next time's for real, guys. Yeah, and eventually you'll get things called Mystic Arts or High Ogies, and they're like your super finishers that you have to like build up a meter to do. So get ready to see combos like this a lot. Eventually I'll be getting more skills so I can end them with different stuff. Also, I forgot that you can't backstep at the beginning. That's a skill you have to unlock. Oh, jeez. Ass handed to me. It's been too long since I did this. Also, shit, I need to... I forgot. I have to lens them. Don't want to kill them just yet. Whew, that was close. Thank you, Kicker the Kid, Magic Lens. So, it's gonna be tough for me to remember this in the heat of battle, but please remind me to use the Magic Lens on every new enemy I encounter. That is very important. First, Atacor, however you say his name. Yeah, so anytime you see me fighting a monster you don't think I've seen before, just start spamming Magic Lens. In fact, if I get affiliate, one of my first emotes is going to be a Magic Lens. That is going to be something I will constantly need to remember. That's right, Rihai. Use it on Zagi twice, because when he has a battle transition, he is technically considered a different enemy. And also, you're going to see me have to refight quite a few bosses, like restart them despite me winning the fights, because a bunch of major bosses in this game have what are called secret missions, and that means you have to trigger something during the fight. And they range from being hella easy to fucking miserable. So, there's gonna be some fights that you're gonna see me do a lot of times. Yeah, unfortunately, Map P3000, they don't subtitle the battle endings. So, whatever they're saying to us at the end, no idea. Q-More is such a piece of shit. I hate this guy. One, just because he's a huge dick, but two, also it kind of sucks because I feel like he is designed to just be this effeminate character, and I feel like Japan has a real problem with anytime a character is like this, you know, gay stereotype, like effeminate man, he is always like the worst. Hakai Shinten, sorry if you've been asked this already, but what did you think of the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super? If you're talking about whatever one aired tonight, I have not watched it yet. In the dub, oh gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking on this voice actor's name because I like him so much, but Q-More is played by the guy who's Asura and Gaara, but just like as a very gentleman. Yes. And I love his just evil voice. Flynn? Yes, Liam O'Brien, thank you. A little suffering is just what that upstart lieutenant needs. 10 days or so in prison ought to teach me a lesson. So the knights caught me. Luckily, Rapide was able to kind of leave with the bag we got, but yes, and Yuri is played by Troy Baker in the dub, and he does a phenomenal job. Again, I think the dub of this game is fantastic. If I had the option to play this with it, I totally would, but I'm way more curious about the added content than showing you guys the dub. You can find plenty of videos of that online. Or play it for yourself. This game is highly worth it, and you can probably get it for a friggin' song on the 360 now if you have one. Hakaishin 10, what was the drama between Peter Kalamis and Sean Schemmel? I don't know. I do not know them as people, like in person. All I saw was tweets about it. And apparently whatever it was resolved, so yay that. Didn't hear it from me, bub. The Darkwings are going nuts looking for the hideout.
そろそろじっとしてるのも疲れる頃でしょうよ、お隣さん。
This dude's also great.
冷めてるんじゃないの？
I don't know if he tells us his name in this scene, but his name's Raven, and he's awesome.
そう自分で考えんのか
He's one of the few characters who is the anime old man trope of not actually being that old. He's like in his 30s, maybe 40s, and but he always acts like he is. Oh, I'm an old man. You kids got to slow down for me. And he's also kind of a perv in some scenes, but he is one of the few characters who I think makes it endearing and does it well.
おっさんはひどいな。おっさん傷つくよ。それに嘘ってわけじゃないの。
I got eyes and ears the world over digging up information for me.
本当に面白いおっさんだな。
じゃあの道は蛇、試しに質問してよ。何でも答えられるから。海賊ギルドが沈めたお宝か？最果ての地に住む賢人の話か？それともそうだな。
それよりここを出る方法を教えてくれ。
I just want to know how to get out of here.
何したか知らないけど、10日もおとなしくしてれば出してもらえるでしょ。
Also, people asking how old is Yuri supposed to be? I think he's like early 20s.
そんなに待ってた
Might be
ら
like
下町が湖になっちまうよ。
Might be like either 19 or 25, you know, somewhere in that range. Unknown Blank 88, haven't played this version. Is that the starting costume? No, this was... I also managed to get all the DLC for this, so this was a DLC costume from the movie. I showed off the DLC costumes I had earlier. I'm sure I'll have a chance to show them off again, but for now I'll just kind of keep running with this.
知りたいか？知りたければそれ相応の報酬をもらわないと。
学術都市アスピオの天才魔導士なんだろう。
Aha! So he figured out a target location. Mordio is a famed mage from Aspio, the city of scholars.
違うって。美食ギルドの長老の名だ。いや、待て、それはあれか。
Tronop, sorry, learned a computer. Damn, Yuri retired in his early 20s. What the fuck am I doing with my life? Yuri didn't retire. He quit. And now he just, you know, lives as basically a kid growing up in the ghetto.
騎士団長アレクセイがなんで
ノート
Woo!
騎士団長直々なんておっさん何者だよ。
女神像の下。
Beneath the statue of the goddess.
何をしている？
はいはい、ただいま行きますって。
Oh man, he slipped me a key!
先月税の徴収に来た騎士と揉めてぶち込まれたばかりだってのに、またここの世話になるとはな。おとなしくしてりゃ飯は出てくるとはいえ、ここのまずい飯だけはなれねえ。たく、キュモールのせいで面倒なことになっちまったぜ。
Again, I might make really slow progress through this because I am looking at a guide to make sure I don't miss anything. As someone who has played and beaten this game multiple times, I feel no guilt doing that.
相変わらずのザル警備かよ。これなら抜け出せっけど、脱獄罪の上乗せは勘弁だな。
Thank you, Kravit's Little Red. I will not forget to save.
朝までに戻ってこられるか。女神像ってのも試す価値はありそうだ。
I thought the guide said that there would be in the back of the right cell. Do they mean like Yuri's right? Make multiple saves? Yeah, I probably ought to do that at some point. Right now, should be fine though. Hold on, I'm just gonna read this guide real quick. Talk amongst yourselves while Yuri dances. Also, a sleeping lens right behind, or there's a magic lens right behind the sleeping guard. Once you enter the next room, scene will take over. You will enter a battle. Okay. Easy enough. I've regained my belongings. Let's swap up his outfit. We just escaped prison. So we're a hoodlum now. Who's there? I'm so used to having a back step. You unlock skills through weapons in this game. Like, I'll eventually be buying weapons and they will have different skills attached to them, and after I use them a certain amount of times, I permanently learn those skills. One of those skills is a very early one called backstep, where I can be guarding and then press back on the left stick and kind of jump backwards. It's something that's really good for getting out of guard strings, and right now I can't do it. Alright, after battle, head up the stairs, check the boxes to your right for an orange gel. Shit, magic lens. Hopefully I will fight those sword dudes that I just killed. Man, you can tell I'm not used to doing the magic lens side quest stuff. Fortunately, these knights are a bunch of, like, a lot of repeated fights, so should not be an issue. Missing the guys I just fought. A cape. A life bottle. That stuff will make sense later. Alacrity, or Alacrity, however you say your name. Did you ever see the Tales game that was kind of a battle royale type setting with all the mains from all the Tales games? They're the Tales of the World games. I haven't played any of those. Only one of them I think came out in English, and it was for the PSP, which I didn't have at the time. Alright. I don't think I magic lensed a sword guy. Nope. A knight fencer. There we go. I think that's the two knight types I fought in that first fight. E-Lock Ready. Thank you. Or Elo for short. Alright. I don't have a monster book yet. Eventually I'll be able to look at a book and it will be very clear what things I have fought but not scanned when they don't have a health number by them. Right. Already, yep. If they have health, that means I have lensed them. Box for an orange gel, find the holy bottle, 2 chests, life bottle and cape. Turn, go up the stairs to the left. Adamant box, ever played an Atelier, Sophie, or less, or wait, Alterier Sophie or the lesser known game Mana Kamiya? No. I played one of the oh geez, what are they called? The one where it's all about like alchemy. I didn't beat it, but I put a few hours into it and ended up not liking it. The one where your protag is usually a lolly girl.
例の件につきましては、我々が責任を持って小隊長に伝えておきますので。
そう言ってあなた方は何もしてくれなかったではありませんか。それ以上近づかないでください。
おやめになられた方が。
Who is this young
お
lady?
怪我をなさいますよ。
剣の扱いは心得ています。
致し方ありませんね。手荒な真似はしたくありませんでしたが。おい、いたぞ、こっちだ。
Uh-oh.
お願いします。行かせてください。どうしてもフレンに伝えなければならないことが。
I have to warn Flynn.
フレンだって。
フレン、私を助けに。
Flynn, you came to save. You're not Flynn. You're a scary samurai man.
貴様、何者だ。
たく、こっそりのはずがいきなり厄介事だよ。
Just when we thought we were being sneaky, I think we fought everybody I could find.
スティアを持っているのか。二人でかかれば問題ない。
Ow.
余裕。たく、それが騎士のやることかよ。
Uh-huh.
最近の騎士団じゃエスコートの仕方も教えてくんないのか。何すんの。
What are you trying to do?
だってあなたお城の人じゃないですよね。
そう見えないってんならそれはまた光栄だな。
You're not from the castle. I'll take it as a compliment that you can notice just by looking at me.
不届きな脱走者め。
Oh, it's the guys we beat up earlier.
ちまたあいつらか。もう牢屋に戻る意味なくなっちまったよ。
バカモン、声が小さい。ルブラン小隊長は声でかすぎて耳が。
ユーリ・ローウェル、もしかしてフレンのお友達の。
友達のフレン？
そうだけど。
You got it.
なら以前は騎士団にいた方なんですよね。
ほんの少しだけだけどな。
I was only a knight for 3 short months.
フレンに聞いたの？
はい。
Just long enough to learn how to use a sword. Learn just enough to be
そんな
dangerous.
話する相手いたんだな。
ユーリさん、フレンのことでお話が。
ちょい待った。あんた一体何なんだ？フレンの知り合いなのは分かったけど、どうして騎士団に追われてんだよ。
Is Yuri's name both Japanese and English? Yes.
事情も聞きたいけど。
But there's something I discovered earlier, like about a year ago when I was messing with this version, that I do know is also possible in the 360 version. I'll show it after this. You can apparently change characters' names. Let's check this shit out. Hey, what if instead of Yuri... Oh, geez. Hold on. Do we have an English alphabet in here? Since it technically thinks it's Japanese right now. There we go. Let's... Alright. I mean, I'm gonna keep it, but look at that. You can... Look, now, Oops. Now I'm the hero. Hooray for me. Grant Lowell. Sounds right. What's funny is once I get more teammates, I don't plan on playing as Yuri. So it's weird that I would be him. Why does it autocorrect to Grant Coon? Because I had to set up a Japanese account to get the DLC, and I named my Japanese account Grant Coon, and I typed that in more often than just Grant. It was a funny internal joke to me that my Japanese account would be Grant Coon. Some care here. Geno's vibes. Yuri's the worst character. No, I actually think he's probably one of the best. But I've played through this game as him multiple times, so I want to mess around with other characters. Von Gorst, I always go mage characters in games like this. That's what my younger brother always did, which made it perfect because I like being the upfront combo heavy characters, and he liked being the stand back and cast spells guy. So we made a good tag team. Yeah, Rita Raihai. She is amazing. I won't talk too much about her since a lot of people are experiencing this for the first time via these streams, but Rita is great. Locked. Ooh. Hey, what's up? Let's see. These guys don't live long enough, and I want to start seeing what my actual maximum damage combo is. Although I should probably just be keeping it, keeping variety. Where am I at? You know what? We're gonna heal up again. Actually, that'll make everybody respawn. Never mind. Hey Grant, is this the first stream you've been doing of this playthrough? Yes. I think in the title of this stream, I do have it listed as part 1, hopefully. If all of the changes I made before I started the stream actually took. Totrison, is there a rough schedule of when we can expect streams of this? I would really love to watch you as you go through this. Right now, I am not going to commit to anything. However, I will say that the very, very rarely will it be on Tuesday night, because D&D usually just takes it out of me. Like not that I don't enjoy it or something. It's just it's a long stream, and I'm usually ready to not talk after doing it. Mondays probably. Also possibly Wednesday. Frankenstein's Gate. This is your favorite Tales game, right? Yes. Reading real quick. I can't remember. Did I save the save spot? I think I did, but I'm going to just to be sure. Also, the time on my PS4 is, or PS3 is way wrong. and I will be doing my best to upload all of the archives to YouTube like the next day. And you can find my YouTube. It's the same username as my Twitch, Master WGS.
こりゃフレンのやつどっかに遠出かもな。
そんな間に合わなかった。
で、一体どんな悪さやらかしたんだ？
どうして？私何も
I
悪い
haven't
こと
done
なんてしてま
anything
せん。
wrong.
なのに騎士に追い回されるのか？常識じゃ測れねえな、城の中は。
ユーリさん。
なんだよ急に。
詳しいことは言えませんけど、
Flint is
フレ
in
ンの
terrible
危険なんです。
danger.
私、それをフレンに伝えに行きたいんです。
Slash, we can announce when you go live on the TFS Discord, so when you're about to go live, just let us know. I will do my best to inform people as clearly as possible. I try to usually tweet about 10 or 15 minutes before I go live. I know not everybody checks that, but that is my most wide-reaching thing I can just shout from.
外が落ち着いたら下町に戻りたいんだよ。
Yeah, why does she keep calling me Yuri? I'm
お
Grant.
願いします。私も連れて行ってください。今の私にはフレン以外に頼れる人がいないんです。せめてお城の外までお願いします。
Oops. Didn't mean to skip your dialogue, miss.
せめて名前くらい聞かせてくんない？
That's a crappy door. Zagi!
俺の刃の餌になる。
Hey, that was a really nice vase, sir.
ノックぐらいしろよな。
俺はザギ。お前を殺す。
Orewa Zagi.
覚えておけ。
Yes, unknown blank. Double magic lens. That's right, Matt P. Multicolored hair marks him as a scoundrel. Alright, and also real quick, I want to see what his secret mission is, because I know he has one. Defeat Zagi while keeping damage to the girl at a minimum. Okay, so just spoilers. Eventually, that girl will join in this fight. Oh, jeez. I think I normally grind more before this fight.
俺はお前を殺して自らの血にその名を刻む。
それ最高に趣味悪いな。
楽しく。
I wonder what they're talking
な
about.
ってきたぜ。ほら、ほら、ほら、ゆっと。
余裕。
ほら、ほら。
ゆっと。
Nope, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Oh, come on.
くたばれ。くたばれ。
Shit.
ゆっと。余裕。
Ow. Oh, jeez. Please don't catch me in a loop with that. Okay.
いい感じだ。
Items is going to affect my grade, but that's fine.
何がだよ。
I'm not too worried about it.
ともよくねえよ。
Adamant Box, sorry for all the questions. Just trying to get a read on your tastes. Don't worry about it. How do you feel about Phoenix Wright? I played Ace Attorney 1, 2. I skipped 3. Not on purpose. I just couldn't afford it or something, but I never managed to get it. Yes, I see you guys saying Magic Lens. That will be the first thing I do once the battle reinitiates. And then I played Apollo Justice and I've liked every Phoenix Wright game I've played. I think they're all very good. Also, holy shit, Flynn's room got a lot bigger. What's with this guy? All right, you can help me. Okay, I need to make sure that she barely gets hurt. No, you focus me, sir. Air recovery. Man, they really cripple you at the beginning of this game. Stay away! Gotta set the AI to just be far away at all times. No! Stay away, lady! Which health does he have? 3,000. Stay the no! Okay, that should be fine. Yeah! Look at that. Used items and still got all that grade. You're looking for Flynn. You want to kill him, but I'm not Flynn. Matt P, and you skinned Zagi to make those leather boots. I think we just knocked his shoes off. He found another pair. That's right, Mar Destroy. I'm not Yuri, I'm Grant. Yuri's the one who escaped prison. We gotta go, Zagi, or else you're gonna die. Zagi's such a creep. I know, we'll stick together until we're out of the castle. Estelise. Alright. She's Estelise. We can't just leave Yuri. The door is on the floor. Triblade Aura. What do you think of Tales of the Abyss if you've played it? I also enjoy it. Pretty much all of the 3D Tales games I really like. I'm gonna backtrack a bit because there's a free heal back this way. Also, it's weird, she doesn't join your party after that fight. You have to have another cutscene where she officially says she'll help you fight. But I like Tales of the Abyss. I tried to rank all of the Tales games at one point that I've played, which are basically everything after Symphonia that came to America, minus Legendia. I never played that one because it was not the 3D kind, and those are sort of the only Tales games I really like. I think Abyss was kind of on the lower end of that scale, but I don't think it's bad. The only Tales games that I think I actively disliked or thought were just like really below below par, could have been much better. I think Vesperia is maybe one of the weakest ones, unfortunately. It has maybe the best soundtrack, but its combat system I think is just not that good. It has a cool idea, but it just never gets great. I also did not like Xillia or Xillia 2 all that much. They both... For me, a big appeal of the Tales games is the 4-player multiplayer, and Xillia's big thing was having 2 characters pair up and link together and like have shared combo stuff, which is a cool idea, but if you're playing with 4 players, if you link up with someone, only one person gets to play between those 2 players, and they control both characters. And so it basically becomes a 2-player game, and that's rough. And like again, I don't think any of them are like awful games. I think Vesperia is the weakest one of the 3D games. I still think it's, you know, if you really like these games, it's worth at least trying. And I do think that actually the story in it is okay. And I like Vesperia a lot. And I think part of that is some of how it ties back to Vesperia. I think Vesperia, it's rough for me to say this, but it might be my second favorite. Symphonia and Graces have both kind of tied for that spot for a long time. I think Symphonia is actually a weaker game. I'm just super nostalgic for it and love the characters and the world it sets up. And Graces, I think, has some of the most fun combat just right under this one. But Vesperia is really good. Like, it is one of the best presented. Its story is great. I think all the characters are fun. Also, in English, the voice acting is incredible. Like, it is very good. It might technically be pound for pound the best Tales game. I just think the stuff that this one does well, it does so much better that it feels better. Shown up. I just beat Vesperia like yesterday. Should I get Vesperia? Nah, you can probably skip it. We have a bit of a history, me and LeBlanc. Shade Pyre, have you seen the new Super yet? Nope, I think I was streaming while it played. Also, I want to check something. I think I skipped, or I think I checked down here, or I think this room is actually locked, but I just want to be sure. Turn up. Should I watch a compilation of the Vesperia cutscenes at least? You could watch the anime, honestly. They made a whole anime, Tales of Vesperia, the X, that just vaguely retells the game, kind of glosses over some parts, combines some characters. Not wholly accurate, but close enough that I think it's worth it. And it looks very pretty. Like, the animation in it is kind of stellar. If there's anything that I would suggest checking out from Vesperia is the soundtrack. It's they bring in Goshina, the person who normally does the Xenoblade Chronicles soundtracks, and it's amazing. And I was really disappointed that Vesperia did not bring them back.
I'm
gonna get changed. Please give me a second. Let's see what the inside of a girl's room looks like.
念のため
心外だな。覗くわけないだろ
フレンから会ったら用心するようにって言われてますから。
余計なこと吹き込む。
Slash get changed. Does that mean more costumes? Very much. Grant, who do you want most as Fighters DLC? OG Dragon Ball characters. Like, specifically, I don't really have too many in mind. But I want representation from original Dragon Ball more than anything. I would also love GT. Oops, didn't mean to skip that. But I honestly think Super has enough representation, even though I know they want to sell Super merch, so there's going to be more. Yeah, Mercenary Tao would be incredible. Also, Master Roshi, I would love. But I'm sure they're going to bring in more Super characters, which I'm not a big fan of. If they have to, the Universe 6 Saiyans, the chicks, they're fine. Like, I feel like everyone in the world is on a different wavelength from me on them, because I found them incredibly boring. I get that they're girls and that's cool, but like, other than that, they are literally just like, they feel like copy paste, just, we like to fight. And one girl's like, I'm really shy. Like, I could not care less. And Kaba, like, he was exciting in that it showed that there were Saiyans in that universe, but as far as a character himself, I don't think he is all that interesting or cool.
フレンからそう聞いてるってさっき自分で言ってたじゃねえか。
それにしてはお城の構造にあまり詳しくないように思いまして。まさか偽物？
そりゃどういう想像力だよ。
That's some imagination you've
一般
got.
人になりすまして、俺は何すんだ？
それもそうですね。
Also, for fighters, a big part of it for me is how the characters are super accurate. Like, how they play is accurate to how they are in the series. And I feel like I know Kefla had like that cool, like, kind of spiral beam, and that looks neat. But as far as like her hand-to-hand stuff, like, does she have like a really memorable kind of punch that she throws, or like, you know, kick combo kind of thing that she does? And like, I, you know, don't remember anything what their hand-to-hand combat was really like. And I think that's important. Meanwhile, I feel like other characters really have like unique and interesting fighting styles. Like, I think, you know, Mercenary Tao had cool stuff. And like plenty of other like Z characters. They have moves that they use that were interesting or are memorable. And other than that one big beam that Kefla did, I would be lying if I said I remembered anything on how she fought. And yeah, I say Kefla because I think that is the most logical what they would add, if anything. Yeah, Roshi, we have that whole Jackie Chun fight to pull moves for him. Like, he had a one-on-one intimate fight with Goku, where we got to see a lot of what his fighting style is like. I feel like Kefla, and I'm saying Kefla as in reference to both Kale and Caulifla and their fusion, I feel like we had a lot of episodes of them fighting, but I feel like as far as like fighting style was not very depicted.
気が変わったら言ってくださいね。
世間知らずの貴族のお嬢様ってとこかな。でもなんだって騎士に。
Shortcuts, but we never really need to go back there other than to heal. Frankenstein's Gate. I think Deborah would be a really interesting and unique character to have in the mix. I would like that. Although I don't want to spread Ginyu's gimmick around. I do think it would be cool to have like the Majin fighters. Like, I don't know if it would be something where you're like swapping around or like different moves summon different people, but like if Deborah could call in like Pui Pui and Yakan and stuff, like that would be really cool. I personally really like the idea of a Zarbon Dodoria duo, not like Android 17 and 18, but like closer to Sheik and Zelda in Smash. Ooh, I learned a new move, Cerberus Strike, awesome. Where you just actively transform into a totally different character when you swap them out. Like, the only fear I have with that is that it's super hard to balance around, so I don't know how it would work, but I trust Arc more than anyone. So it's up. Also, an important thing in a lot of Tales games, art usage, like how many times you use an art, will affect it or teach you new things. Like for instance, Azure Edge, I think once I use it 100 times, the distance, the little thing I shoot from it goes farther. And then also, I think if I've used it 100 times, or like 150 times or something like that, once I reach a certain level, I will learn like the advanced form of it. I forget where I'm going. Oh, up here. This looks like another wall, but it's stairs. What about doing the duo thing like Relius and Celica from BlazBlue? Yeah, that would also be fine. I'm not entirely sure. Like I would feel weird having that be like Zarbon and Dodoria, because it is not like Dodoria or Zarbon were just puppets to each other. But I'm trying to kind of run through my brain of characters who could have something like that. Android 19 and 20, honestly, could maybe do that. Another select. True Azarok, if you were describing the gameplay in a sentence phrase for this game, what would it be? Just trying to get a better idea of this game. It is an action RPG, and the battle sequences play out closer to a 3D fighting game than most action RPGs. Because there are combo systems, there are like special move things, like I can affect how my combo works. So it's basically a cross between RPG fighting game. Oh wait, this is just where I came from, right? It's weird, I've played this game so many times and know it super well, but getting distracted with chat and checking this guide is throwing me off. PM Molu, did you ever play the Wii sequel to Tales of Symphonia? Yes, and actually I would probably say that might be the worst Tales game I've played. It just makes, like, and again, it does stuff that I like. I actually think Emil and the whole Ratatosk thing is a cool storyline. But it does the carnal sin of giving you party members who don't level up. And I hate that. Because in that game, there are technically only 2 full-fledged party members that you get. Emil and Marta. You get the whole rest of the Symphonia cast to join your party, but they are level 1, and that's stupid. Thanks for all the help, Estelle.
こんなもんだな。
Tell me about
フレン
Flynn.
とは知り合って長いのか。
2年か3年、多分それくらい前だったかと。
あいつ城の中
So
で
he's
うま
been
くやって
getting
んの
along all right in the castle? It's not like I worry about him or anything, baka.
周りの人からも信頼されているみたいですよ。大きな任務を任されることも増えてきたと先日話してくれました。
真面目で誠実ね。頭が固くて融通が利かないとも言うけどな。
ユーリさん？
One thing about, like, because while I do think this is still probably the best Tales game, later Tales games get really, like, just so much better with presentation. Like, I honestly really like the graphics in this game. Kind of has, like, a watercolor look to it that I really like. But the camera work in this game is kind of terrible. And future games get so much better at it. Whoops, sorry. Gonna check the guide real quick just to make sure that I haven't missed anything. Get shortcuts back to the kitchen. Pick up life bottle. Scenes. Open the chest for an apple gel and an orange gel. Move the session. Okay. Unknown Blankets. Zesteria's combat camera was garbage, though. Yes, the combat camera in Zesteria is terrible. JT and Ruby. Don't think I like the Japanese voices for these characters. I listened to tons. I spent nearly 60 hours with Troy Baker as Yuri, and I can't go back. Troy Baker's Yuri is phenomenal. Like, again, if I could be playing this in English, I would be. And this game is actually where the first, like, maybe it might not have been the first time I heard Troy Baker, but this was the first role he was in where I noticed how good of an actor he was and was like, I'm going to seek out other things that he does. I definitely don't think that the acting in this, in the Japanese, is bad by any means. It is just, I think that this is one of the few JRPGs that they cast it so well that it does feel weird going back to the original Japanese. Yeah, I like, you know, Troy Baker, he is a phenomenal voice actor and he does an excellent job. And it's kind of a shame that other people noticed, because now he is like a kind of a big time voice actor and doesn't do hardly any anime or JRPG roles. And he was so good that it's kind of a shame that they took him away to, you know, pay him way more and have him do much bigger roles.
どうした？やっぱりやめんの？
いえ、手怪我してます。ちょっと見せてください。
A little bit of JRPG problems of acting like we've never seen her heal before when that is all she does. Hey, sorry, never seen a Blastia like that.
本当にそれだけです？
本当にそれだけ。で、ありがとな。
いえ、これくらい。
ほら、行くぞ。こんなところにも魔物が嫌がるのな。
魔物。
Oh, new enemies. Magic lens time.
と、じゃあちょっと片付けますか。
Yeah, throw your magnifying glasses in the chat if you know it's time for a magic lens.
厄介だな。
油断は禁物です。
よっと。
Rat wiggle! Okay, they're all rat wiggles. Oh, if I hit up, I can't hit him. Stay away from her! She needs to cast fast away though. Oh, hold on. Nightbait, or Nightbot. Nightbot looks like it's going out of its jurisdiction. You see if I can fix that. Because, yo, I am totally cool if people spam emotes and stuff. So just a sec. Gameplay might stop for a little bit. How do I tell? Spam protection. Let's see. I have it disabled for looking at excess emotes. Alright, I upped what it considers a minimum threshold or a maximum threshold of emotes to 70 something. So hopefully that'll make it not jump on you.
敵はかっこ撃破が戦闘の基本だけど、たまにはこういうのもある。
そうなんです。じゃあ気をつけて進んだ方がいいですね。
少ない敵を相手にして確実に倒すか、いっぺんに多くの敵をなぎ倒すか。 それは好みによるけどな。
J-Team Ruby, will you play all the way through this? With luck, you can beat it before Dark Souls Remastered. I might play all the way through it. I'll see. It's a really long game, so committing to it day one, that I'm going to play to the end, it's a lot. But I do really want to try and get all the costumes and stuff, and I still haven't finished the Japanese version, so I would like to.
別にお前が感謝する必要はないんじゃないか？
私だって外へ行きたかったんだから、あなたと同じです。
それならそれでいいんだけど、なんでか素直に感謝する気になれないんだよな。
Also, they just introduced another mechanic in that previous scene, where if I run into two little monster things in the overworld and they're like close enough to each other, it will cause an encounter link where I will just get basically double the monsters in a fight, which in the future is really good for grinding.
痛くしたらごめんなさい。
こんなもんだな。
力が湧いてきました。
Heyo. Shade Pyre, are you going to check out Be the Beginning on Netflix? I saw the trailer for that today and thought it looked interesting. I haven't heard anything about it. I'm assuming since it's called Be the Beginning, is it like from like a prequel to something? But it seemed really cool, whatever it is, from just the little trailer I saw. New skill for sharpness. She can now buff.
本気出しちまったな。
Yes, Slash, I will probably start giving mod power to the Stream 4-star mods. 'Cause that will just help out immensely.
痛くしたらごめんなさい。
We got at least
決まりました。
kill these
あ
guys.
れ？
Not only are Tales games typically very long just by their own right, I wouldn't call myself a completionist, but I try to be pretty thorough when I play through them. So, not only do they take long on their own, I'm going to make it take longer than it has to. Because I want to play it, in my mind, right. B the Beginning is not a prequel, but it feels like it needed one. Just finished the season. I liked it, but they needed to give their exposition in different places. I'll probably check out season 2. All right. Yeah, like I like the concept of it, at least what was presented in the trailer. That's kind of vague, but the little hints they give, I did dig. Slash, we'd be happy to help you out naturally. Want me to DM you on Discord later? Yes, please do. Oh yeah, everyone does make their own Discords, don't they? I guess I could do that. That always just feels so weird to me, but I guess once I actually start building a unique audience, it will make more sense. Because right now it just feels like, no, I'm just kind of pulling from audiences that already have their own Discords. But yeah, I could definitely do that. J-Team Ruby, I might do a 100% Vesperia run one of these days. Good luck. There's a lot of stuff that is grinding for just very rare drops for a long amount of time. And I love these games, but that can be rough. Keep using Azure Edge and not Cerberus Strike. Oh, alright. Isn't there stuff you can only do or get during New Game Plus? Yes, that is also true, I think. Genius vibes. Are there no items that increase your chance of getting those items or force enemies to drop items? There is no way to force specific items to be dropped, but you can up your chances based on how you do the fight. There'll be a mechanic introduced later that ups item drops if you do it, and also I think there are equipable items that up item drops. Okay, I think only Rat Wiggles live down here, so I think we're good. Apocalyptic Monk. Hey, Grant, thank God you're streaming. I'm currently on graveyard ship over in England and bored out of my damn mind. Well, welcome to the stream. Von Gorst, I have no idea who's leaving all of these gels around. Oh shit, I totally forgot to look at Estelle's costumes. We can give her new clothes. Everything looks so different from the windows of the castle. This isn't your first time out of the castle, is it, Estellise? Nani? True as a rock, but that's such a cute outfit on her. Estelle's costume is kind of cute. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way up front. I really like pretty much all the characters in this game. Estelle is the only one who I think gets kind of annoying at spots. Stuff like that's okay, though.
何か間違えました？
いや、別にな。
Aw, you guys saying all this nice stuff about how I stream and stuff.
で、エステリーゼはこれからどうすんの？
フレンを追います。
行き先知ってんのか？
先日、騎士の巡礼に出ると話していました。
Matt P. Esteli's relationship with a character coming up later is a delight. Yes, I do really like how she gels with a specific character, but a lot of her other interactions are just, I'm a princess, I've never been outside, and like, while that can be kind of charming, I feel like she plays it up to the point to where it's like, come on, we've been walking around, we've been doing quite a bit of adventuring, you should friggin' know.
となると、結界の外が。
ユーリさんは結界の外を旅した。
Like, she's the only one who I feel like, and it's kind of unfortunate because I feel like she is sort of a major part of the big story in this game, while the other characters have kind of their own like internal struggles. I find almost every other character's arc more interesting than hers. However, she is kind of the driving force of the main narrative, so that might be why I feel like hers is kind of drags. That said, Yuri doesn't really have an arc in this game, in that I feel like, and it's kind of what I like about him, is he is established into who he is, and he knows who he is from kind of start. And I really like that about him, is like, I feel like a common thing in JRPG characters, it's not so much that they have growth, like it's more that they have like a big character shift, whereas Yuri, he is like, I am who I am from the start, and I'm confident in who I am, and I dig that. So you could say it's lazy writing in that he does not really have growth or an arc. Right, let's see what we can dress Esteli's up like. We've got the 7th Faunist, i.e. Tyr from Tales of the Abyss. As you can see, there's a lot of references to Tales of the Abyss in this. I think the staff that worked on this was mostly the same from that one. Because I feel like there are different Tales teams. That just work on like kind of sister titles from each other, and I feel like this one mostly relates back to Abyss. Gonna have her be the Pope. I think she's the villain for Tales of Eternia. I don't know. The 2D Tales games, my lore knowledge is very little. Destiny 2, someone says. Alright, probably. A pretend knight. I do kind of like that outfit. Man, I'm kind of into all of Estelle's costumes. Royal Heart is adorable. Yeah, but it's a little too frilly. The one thing I don't like about Estelle's, like, well, one of the things I don't like about Estelle's design is with her poofy dress. I feel like they make her standing, like, pose awkward, because it's supposed to be in reference to how floofed out her skirt is. So when she has something like this, I guess it doesn't look that bad, but I just feel like in some of her costumes, maybe it's not so much her, maybe it's another Tales character that I'm thinking of. I know someone has like a puffy dress, and then all of their costumes feel weird because their arms are positioned as if they have a big dress. I kind of like the Valkyrie, personally. Actually, I think I'm going to make her a knight. Yeah, these are not all the costumes these characters will get. They will have unlockable costumes in the future. Knight buddies. All right, we've gotten out of the sewer on the. Okay, so we don't really have any side quest things kicking off for a while now. Okay. Out of the scene, head south, continue right to a save point. Again, another thing to remind me of is saving anytime I come across a save point I haven't used, because there's also a trophy for using every save point. Welcome, Ishouse. Thanks for dropping by for a little bit, even if you're just going to go to bed. Always happy to see you. How are we looking on items? Oh, we got sages. HP by 10. Estelle's going to be our healer, so we should probably make her a little bit tanky. Yes, remind me of saving and using magic lenses. Okay, just head back to the lower quarter. Oh no! M Draconia 85, I get you find her tiresome, but man, that moment with her mid-game, so good. Yeah, like, again, I don't think any character in this game is bad. Estelle is the only one who has moments where I get kind of tired of her. Lavros, Grant, do you tend to stick to the main characters in Tales games, or do you switch around? I like to switch around a lot. In fact, Estelle is kind of the only character who I actively dislike playing as. And I'm not much of a magic user, so even though I think Frida is great, I probably won't play with her too much. She does get OP, though. It's just I feel like she needs the support of another human player to really unlock. Who's the young lady? Citizen Lawyer, I wish there was a legit way to play this game in English without 360. I wish there was a legit way to play what I'm playing now. They should really have released this content to America at some point. I get it would be next to impossible to get people to voice act the new stuff, and that's probably the toughest part, but you know what? Put it out like this. Put it out with the Japanese track. That's fine. True Azurok, question, how far in the story is this exactly? Not even like 2%. Not even 1%, honestly. In my mind. We have barely scratched the surface. Crystallis Angium, how did you get this? Check out RPG Waiter. He has a series on should you hack, and he has a thing about hacking PS3s. That might give you a hint on how this worked. I will neither confirm nor deny exactly the legitimacy of what I am playing. I do, however, have the disc, so if that is ever the issue, I absolutely have the Tales of Vesperia PlayStation 3 disc. Hi, Jacato. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, right now, I am totally playing this off of a disc. It is just, there might be some software enhancements that it's getting. Such as English text. And I have definitely supported the official release on this game. I have bought it at least 4 times. And I'm grateful that Citizen Lawyer is saying having a disc is good. That's fairly important on covering your ass. If there's any truth to the lawyer in your tag. Thanks. Maku Jaitan, have you ever played the Mario and Luigi series? I have. I played... Which ones have I played? I played the first one. I played Partners in Time. And I started Bowser's Inside Story. And from what I've heard, it's actually one of the best ones, but I can't remember why. It just kind of hit me at a, like, I don't know if it was like a weird time or something, but I just couldn't get into it. And that's weird because it's heavily about Bowser, and Bowser is my favorite character in the Mario universe. Why have you bought 4 copies of this game? I bought it the first time, lost that copy at some point, bought it a second time, and gave it to my younger brother when I moved down here. Bought it a third time on 360 when I moved here at some point to play it for myself. And then I guess I technically didn't buy this copy. Some fan sent this copy to me. But this is the 4th copy I've owned. I assume they bought it legally. Okay. When you hear me go, and nothing happening on screen, that is me looking at a guide, for those of you just joining us. Oh, LeBlanc.
こういう事情もあるからしばらく留守にするわ。
やれやれ。いつも騒がしいやつだな。これで金の件に関しては貸し借りなしじゃぞ。
Oh no, the guards are here. What are we gonna do?
クリ行くなよ。
お前さんこそのたれ死ぬんじゃないぞ。
Yuri! Yes, Japanese LeBlanc is pretty good. Citizen Lawyer, low key. If anybody knows someone who's hiring lawyers in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area, let me know. I needs a job. You've been a legit guy in all of the stream chats I've seen you in, so I will gladly signal boost that for you. Anyone in Dallas looking for lawyering, hook up with Citizen Lawyer on Twitch. Good dude. Are you gonna fix the fountain, Sir Knight? See, look at that. Everybody in Poor Town loves Yuri because he's the one knight who would stick up for him. So even though he's technically a wanted criminal, they're all impeding technical justice. So they bum rush the knights, so they can kind of stealthily, well, not so stealthily, but just get Yuri and Esteles out of there. Wait a sec, there's only roads written on it. Wow, maybe melange gels? Nice. I actually have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that. I'll pull it up in the items here in a second.
待てどけ
しょうがねえ。一旦もらっとくか。
Fine. I guess I'll take this money. What little money they have, they shared it with me. Repeat!
何事だ。
ラピード狙ってたろ。ほ
犬？
じゃあまずは北のデイドン砦だな。
We head north to Dayton Hold.
どこまで一緒かわかんねえけど、まあよろしくな、エステル。
はい。こちらこそよろしくお願いします、ユーリ。
しばらく留守にするぜ。
行ってきます。
Let's go! Zako duo, repeat, more like impede! I like it. Music in Mario and Luigi is really good. It's by Yoko Shimomura, the head lady of that did the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Yes, I am aware of that. And yes, that music is good. Yo, new party member, you know what that means. Costume time! See, here's something. Repeat in the US version doesn't get any costumes, and that's a goddamn crime. Now, Repeat, base outfit, base outfit, looking dope, looking rad. I love Repeat's design. However, doesn't mean that's all we can use. Right-hand dog, this is his high school outfit. Freshman of Blasty Attack, may be new, but that won't stop him from being high school's gang leader. Don's right-hand man. I love this outfit. Becomes freaking Jotaro. Look at that. So good. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, that's the costume he's gonna be wearing, but I will show you his other costumes. Also, I have Census General. I think this is a character from Tales of not Destiny. Not Tales of Heart. The other Vita one. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. But Demon Dog. Also looks cool. Swift Base Stealer. We got Baseball Dog, Baseball Puppy. And Lightning Fast. Look at him. I think this is so fast you can't keep an eye on him. Swift and destructive lightning. No one can escape this dog's fangs. Tails. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I think this might be Amaterasu, Lightning Doggo. Currently have more watchers than Twitch plays Pokemon. Awesome. Okami ni? Anyway. Let's play as Repeat. Alright, you only know Sonic Dog. His armor. His belly warmer. True as you rock, these aren't in the other version. Why exactly? I don't know. And that's why I wish they would have released this version stateside. Because there's so much cool stuff added to it. And again, I completely understand, you know, if voice actors are the issue, just put it out with the Japanese audience. We can survive with that. I'm sure there's more to it. I completely understand that this is just, you know, money sitting on Bandai Namco's, you know, lap. But man, so great. Like I'm sure there's a reason that they can't, because I know fans want it and have requested it multiple times. But yeah, hot dang. Encounter link. Noxgarm, Xbox owns the right to Vesperia in the West, if I'm not wrong. If that's the case, then then that sucks, but I get it. Here we go. Doggy time. I don't know his combos very well. Repeat is the, like, kind of the thief of the group. He eventually does get the steal ability, which we'll actually need for some items in the future.
俺に勝つのは100年早い。
長生きなんですね。
そうじゃないだろう。
Shorai Kiri, I might get Vesperia soon. I highly recommend it. I really liked it.
旅に必要な道具に、それにお金もたくさんいただいちゃいました。
Good night, Mar Destroy. Have a fun night. Go to sleep. Whatever you gotta do. Thanks for coming by.
それだけ有利の旅立ちを心配してくれてるんですよ。
Citizen lawyer, Microsoft may have paid for exclusivity rights in the West for a set period of time, but that's often not forever, and we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary, so who knows? That's true. I would absolutely buy a PS4 remaster of this. Like, no question. Or a Steam version, whatever you got. Magic Lens time! Ore no stando. Who let the dogs out? Oops. Didn't mean to magic lens you again. I want to magic lens the Mushroom Man. Noxgarm, what's your final team gonna be? Not sure. We'll find out when we get there. Expect a lot of team swapping though. J-Team Ruby, I'd want a Switch version. Put a Tails game on Switch, please. I would play the hell out of that. Alright. Fear not, because this won't be long, but I'm probably going to stop the stream soon for a little bit, because I want to run out and grab something to eat, because I am getting hungry. All I've had to eat today is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and that was like at noon. But I will start streaming again after I eat. I will be back, because just starting this up already has me really back in a Tales vibe and really wanting to play this. So there may be a brief hiatus. I'm gonna go ahead and save. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't worry, this is really only an intermission, if anything. I will be back shortly. But thanks so much for watching, and you guys have been super supportive and great, and I'm loving it. And just really glad to get to show this game that I love so much and just show it off to people. But yeah, alright, I will catch you guys in, I would say, probably half an hour to an hour, somewhere around there. Anyways, thanks, BRB.